Hey John, what is the definition of deforestation?
Well, Will, according to the Encyclopedia of Environment and Society, the definition of deforestation is the clearing or cutting down of a forest for human activities such as agriculture. The type of methods people may use are known as agriculture and slash and burn. This has been going on for the past 8,000 years. It is usually in response to population growth or the need for food and wood. About half of the total wood cut down is used for fuel, while the other half is used for building purposes.
Does it contribute to harming the earth?
Sadly, yes. Deforestation has led to a lot of problems, including climate change, loss of habitat for animals, and even the destruction of land of indigenous peoples. The method known as slash and burn is where you chop down trees for timber and then burn the remaining trees and stumps. This causes an increase in carbon dioxide as well as infertile soil. Forests are the main absorber of carbon dioxide on our planet. Trees trap and store carbon. According to the United Nations Environment Program, the Earth's forests store as much as 312 gigatons, or 312 billion metric tons of carbon dioxide. Deforestation releases 1.1 gigatons annually.
Oh, now I remember. It was found that over 1.5 billion tons of carbon dioxide are released every year due to deforestation. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, deforestation varies by region. Between 2000 and 2005, Central America, South Asia, and Southeast Asia experienced the greatest deforestation rate with an annual loss of 1.2% of remaining forests.
According to the Encyclopedia of Environment and Society, forested areas are converted into a variety of alternate land uses, including a change into subsistence or commercial crops, agroforestry, grasslands for pasture, impoundments of water for lakes, ponds, and reservoirs, or human settlements of households and communities, and shifting agriculture.
This is a chart about the percent of total deforestation in individual countries.
Think about driving in your car on the way to school. You probably see at least 1,000 trees. If 1% of those trees were gone every year without sufficient replanting, you would lose about 10 trees a year. It would probably not be as bad at first, but in 100 years, there would be no trees for future generations to enjoy, as well as no carbon absorbers. Will, do you think that deforestation relates to the topic of sustainability that we've been studying in class?
Yes, sustainability is the avoidance of depleting our natural resources. When we unwisely cut down trees for our need without thinking about where they are or if we need to replant them, we are not being very sustainable.
Speaking of unwisely, are there any wise and sustainable ways to collect wood?
Yes, in fact, if you are to ever cut down a tree, plant another one to replace it. You can make sure also that when the tree is dead or about to die, before you cut it down, so then it wouldn't destroy any replanting resources. There are also some ways where deforestation occurs that we can't help, like wildfires. Speaking of wildfires, there is one in California right now happening for a couple days. Here are some pics.
Hey Will, how does deforestation relate to interdependence?
Well, John, we people are relying on others to not chop down trees so that the trees don't release carbon dioxide.
In conclusion, deforestation is a growing problem that needs to be addressed, and there are more sustainable ways to collect wood or clear trees that will protect this planet for generations to come. Thank you for listening to our presentation. This has been Will and John talking about the topic of deforestation. And
bye. It's not even long enough. How long?